All right, guys. So today we have some absolutely massive news to talk about coming out of the LEC, or just the European League of Legends world, I guess. Not totally shocking, not totally surprising, but it is finally official. The end of an era. Sheep Esports tweeted out this just a couple of minutes ago, or like an hour ago or so, I guess. Official LCS EU, LCS NA, LEC, and MSI champion Perkz is retiring at the age of 26 as announced by the player. So obviously, like I said, the last couple years of Perkz' career have definitely not been like the most stellar, the most outstanding, not really adding to his legacy in any meaningful way, but it is finally time that he officially announces that retirement. And this is the end of an era, the end of a legacy, the end of something absolutely iconic. And for me, somebody who's been a League of Legends fan, for years and years and years now, and has so many memories of Perkz, let alone, MSI champion, world finalist, taking down like Uzi's RNG team at Worlds with G2 as the mid laner, kind of before all the Caps craziness happened. So many iconic moments, so many memories. And I know that over the past couple of years, Caps pretty much has surpassed him and kind of cemented himself as the best LEC player of all time. So Perkz is kind of, like the second best player of all time, not really vying with Caps for that slot anymore. But still, Perkz is going to be remembered as one of the best EU players of all time, one of the best League of Legends players of all time. I do hope he stays around the scene in some capacity. I do hope he, plans on continuing streaming or eventually gets back involved with the pro scene or something like that. But the big reason why he is retiring, and you can see in this picture here, mark a very new special chapter for me, is I'm going to become a father. So he did tweet out this. He said, "Hey, it's been a while. I always dreamed of lifting the world's trophy. I came close but fell short. But don't worry, I haven't given up. I have a plan. 2043, he will be ready, trained from birth, the chosen one to bring EU back on top, the heir to the Lane Kingdom." And then Perkz and the mother of his baby there looking very nice. And yeah, so he's having a kid, and obviously that's going to be a full-time job, a full-time commitment. And we already know League of Legends is not necessarily conducive to like family life or work-life balance or anything like that, especially if you want to compete at the highest level. But even besides this, I know people had a lot of questions of whether or not Perkz could even compete at those levels anymore. Like I said, the last couple of years we've seen him has not necessarily been the best of the best League of Legends ever, hasn't exactly been adding to his legacy. But he did tweet out this, the end of an arc, a very, very cool video. It's going to get a ton of views. It's got 346,000 views already in 2 hours on Twitter. So you guys should definitely go check that out, watch that. He explains some of what's going on. He also just shows some nostalgic moments, gives some, feedback and some takeaways of what he's thinking going on. And then also I thought the very, very cool thing here was that right now, actually, I just saw on Twitch, he is doing a Q&A stream answering any questions you might have. Because again, this might be the last we see of Perkz for a while. He does say you expect to see him again at some time in the future, but he does say obviously for the next couple of months, things are going to be very, very crazy. He's probably going to be extremely busy for the next couple of months with not much time. But again, a multi-role, world-class player, Perkz, his League of Legends career coming to an end. He says, it's crazy. This is the first time that it's just going to be Luka and not Perkz anymore, talking and interacting with you, not having to give the alter ego and the pro player kind of persona and all that stuff. He's going to get to be kind of a normal person for the first time, I'm sure, in a long time in his life. But an absolute loss for the League of Legends world, for the LEC world, the LEC community, the end of a legacy of an absolute legend, Perkz, announcing his retirement from competitive League of Legends today. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.